And welcome back. You're listening to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Del Vecchio here. Did you know that in 2020, there were approximately 597,000 people living with dementia in Canada? That number is expected to jump to almost 1 million people by 2030. That's just 10 years. Very concerning. Well, thank goodness for some organizations that are out there to help families. Hope for Dementia is one of them. It's a federal nonprofit charitable organization whose mission is to support the cause of safeguarding healthy brains in our aging population. Hope for Dementia is dedicated to supporting prevention, early diagnosis and treatment of dementia and other cognitive disorders. And I'm pleased to have Camille Isaacs Morel on the line. Camille is the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. Camille, welcome back to Life Unrehearsed.
Thanks, Matt. It's always a pleasure to join you on Life Unrehearsed. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So important. We're hearing more and more about this. So let's first start with early diagnosis. Camille, why is it so important?
Well, with an early diagnosis, a person can have access to earlier interventions, such as drugs that slow the progression of dementia. And with that, we then see that the person can have a better quality of life as they progress through these various stages of dementia. The other thing that happens when a person has an early diagnosis, they have enough time to plan for future care and management of their personal affairs.
Yeah, and you bring up very important points. There is no cure for dementia, unfortunately. However, early diagnosis will help. And what else can we do to try and prevent dementia?
Okay, there are 12 modifiable risk factors. I'm just going to, in the interest of time, just group them in 4 areas. So if a person wants to take care of their cognitive health, they should manage risk factors that relate to nutrition, proper nutrition, so which reduces the risks of diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and some of these other risk factors that predispose people to have dementia. So what that means, have a diet that is rich in fresh fruits and vegetables and less processed proteins, sugars, and less processed carbohydrates. The other thing is physical activity, where you reduce the possibility of having cardiovascular issues and problems that obviously affect your cognitive health, and also reduces hypertension, which is another risk of dementia. The other 2 aspects or areas that people can work on to reduce their risk of dementia are social interaction and cognitive stimulation. And these go hand in hand. Social interaction, you break your social isolation. You're constantly around other people. You are socializing, and you're also engaging in cognitive stimulation activities where you can learn a new hobby, go out with other people. All of this stimulates persons cognitively and helps them to stay alert. So those are the 4 areas: proper nutrition, physical exercise or activity, social interaction, and cognitive stimulation.
Listening to Life Unrehearsed, Matt Del Vecchio here, and I'm talking to Camille Isaacs, who is the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. Camille, really happy you brought up these 12 risk factors. As a matter of fact, this is teeing it up. As next week, I will have prominent neurologist, one of the world-leading neurologists for dementia, Dr. Serge Gauthier, on the show. The World Alzheimer's Report just came out with their 2023 report, and a big focus was in on these 12 risk factors. We're going to elaborate next week on all of those, so I'm pleased you brought them up, because many of these risk factors are controllable. And so I want to share a little bit of information with our listeners, Camille, about the wonderful work you're doing at Hope for Dementia. For those that don't know about it, what are some of the programs that are offered?
Okay, so all of our programs are geared to reduce the risks of dementia, and I'm so glad you will have a medical and scientific expert talking about this next week. Hope for Dementia, in the area of nutrition, we have 2 programs that are going: the Healthy Food for Healthy Minds, where we distribute brain-healthy food along with educational material to vulnerable seniors on the West Island of Montreal. We also have another program called Mindful Eating for Healthy Minds, where we're also educating educating people about healthy nutrition, but they're also preparing the meals together. So they're socializing and practicing their cognitive skills. We also have another program which we're very proud about. It's called the Busy Box Better Brain. It's throughout Quebec, and we're reaching out to English-speaking seniors in rural areas in Quebec who have very limited access to cognitive stimulation programs. So they get a box filled with activities or such as that can range from things as simple as crossword puzzles to more sophisticated activities such as learning new applications and learning to play a new instrument online. And then we have an intergenerational program where our youth or students go into residences and engage in activities with seniors, such as teaching them how to use their tablets, use applications that keep them in touch with persons outside of the residence, so they are cognitively stimulated. And then the seniors in turn teach the youth about, their life experiences. And this is a wonderful experience. So there's learning that goes on. And just, if I may say, just last week, Hope for Dementia won the Alpha Award for the social organization that was awarded by the City of Ville Saint-Laurent and Mount Royal Chamber of Commerce. So we are being recognized for the work that we are doing.
And wonderful work it is. And we just want to wrap up very quickly. You have a fantastic fundraising gala. Can you tell us quickly about it and how listeners can perhaps buy tickets to this gala?
Yes, so Hope for Dementia has an annual gala, and this year it will be on the 4th of November at Le Salon Le Cristal in Ville Saint-Laurent. And that evening, we are not only just having a wonderful afternoon or evening of fun and dancing, but it's an opportunity for persons to do their business networking, but to also hear from an impressive lineup of speakers, including Dr. Martin Arguin, who is the full professor at the University of Montreal Neuro. We also have Dr. Patricia Leberg from the National Research Council. The mayor of Ville Saint-Laurent will also be there. So this is going to be a wonderful evening. We're going to encourage persons to come out. More information is on our website, hopefordementia.org. It's going to be a fantastic evening, and people will feel that they're part of a growing community that is pushing for dementia prevention.
All right, Camille, thank you so much. I wish you much success in your gala, and thank you for taking a little time to spread the good word about what we can be doing to help prevent dementia.
Thank you, Matt, for the support that you and CJAD are giving Hope for Dementia to publicize and spread the word about prevention. And I'm encouraging listeners to listen next week to Dr. Gauthier about the 12 modifiable risks. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Camille. It's Camille Isaacs, who's the Vice President of Hope for Dementia. Next week on Life Unrehearsed, feeding off of today's interview, as Camille just mentioned, I'm so proud to have Dr. Serge Gauthier on the show talking about the World Alzheimer's Report recently released. This is worldwide, and a big aspect of that report is prevention techniques and the modifiable risk factors that we can all help ourselves with. And, aging doesn't always have to be doom and gloom. We're going to talk about the lighter side of aging, and we'll be celebrating older adults with some pretty amusing stories and anecdotes. Thank you for tuning in to Life Unrehearsed. And as a reminder, for all your inquiries or assistance with life transitions, elder care planning, and the senior living industry, it'd be my pleasure to help. You could find out more if you look up Lianas Senior Transition Support. That's Lianas, L-I-A-N-A-S, Senior Transition Support. Many thanks to our technical producer, Dario. Great job today. You can listen to Life Unrehearsed here on CJD 800 every Sunday at 4 p.m.